station because it's been running. Let's take the lid off. Let's put that down there. Let's see. All right. Nope. The refill tube wasn't secure. That's no good. And also that seal looks pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah. We need a new canister seal. Gotta clean out this tank. Replace the fill valve. All right. Turn off the water. That's a good sign. Okay. Canister seal, fill valve. This 6434. Parts are referenced there. There's the seal. And we're gonna put in a Wolverine brass hush valve with a brass shank. All right, I got everything I need right here. I got my towel. I forgot to grab the sponge. I only grabbed the towel. Use the sponge to suck up some of the water, residual water in the tank. I got the Finale Ultimate by Wolverine Brass. I got the new canister seal, and I got a pair of adjustable, in this case, Knipex channel locks. So the water's already off. Let's disconnect the nut that supplies the water supply to the bottom of the fill valve, and then we'll set this up. All right. We actually don't even need the channel locks. It's got that nut on there. All right, I'll let that drop down. Okay, so far so good. Now, I'm gonna set up the new fill valve. Okay, I'm setting this up beforehand just to minimize the water that's gonna come out of the bottom of the tank. So we have a new refill tube, which goes into the overflow. And there's the brass shank. I'm gonna take this nut off. We're gonna discard this because we already have one on the fill line. I'm gonna take off this nut here. All right. There you go. And I'm gonna get ready to drop this in when I remove the other fill valve. All right. Just loosen that up a little bit. I'm gonna take off that, just bend that out of the way just a little bit. Here goes the nut. Right like that. Now, I'm gonna take the towel, just bend this out of the way just a little bit more. I'm gonna take the towel, catch it real quick. Just like that. Now, I get the new one ready. And I have about 2 inches of water in there. Slam that in there. All right, get the towel back down there. And I'm pushing down on the fill valve so that gasket is not letting in any water. And now I'm gonna get this nut on the brass shank, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna take my Knipex and tighten this up. Don't over tighten. You don't wanna crack the porcelain. Okay, now I'm gonna take that and just put that right into position right there. Line that up and then tighten it back up. Okay, just like that. Okay, she's on there nice and tight. Take our towel and dry everything here. All right, okay. Now, let's take a look inside the tank. There's our new fill valve. All right, you got a lot of debris in there, but let's replace the canister seal. All right, there's the seal. Not in best shape, but it still warrants replacement. It's gonna clean off any remaining debris on there. All right, take my towel, just wipe that off. See? Here's my new ring, and that's gonna fit in there. Just like that. Perfect. Now, this is the chain that hooks up to the trip lever. See, there's a little indentation there. I'm gonna get that right in that hole. All right, come on. Nope. Where are you? Trying to do this one-handed. All right, let's get a better orientation here. There we go. Just like that. All right, now, get that in there. Turn it 90 degrees. All right. Now she's on. Hook up the chain. Let's hook up the overflow tube. All right, and that's gonna go in the center. So for now, all right, you don't need this little piece. We don't need that. All right, that's gonna go in there. I'm gonna have to cut that end off. All right, so let's just carefully use my knife. It's a nice knife, Gerber. See, from Amazon. I'm gonna turn the water on, and I'm gonna use the overflow tube to wash out the inside of the tank. Let's see if I can do this. All right, turn the water back on. Water pressure here. Let's get all this clean. And we'll have successfully get this part. I want to get some of that junk like that out of the tank. Alright. That's cocky out of here. I'll let this run for a little while, make sure it's clean, and then reinstall the refill tube into the bottom, into the top of the canister. Alright, I got my refill tube back into the top of the overflow on the flush valve, and I did my best cleaning out the tank of all the iron. One thing that they may want to consider is maybe a whole house water filter. So of course, as luck would have it, I'm doing a final leak check, and I'm like, my God, why is there so much water on the floor? Turns out that the washer on top of the supply line is not making a good connection with the brass shank. So here is everything I need to replace that water supply line to the water closet. All right, so I got my new supply line. I have that brass nut that came with the Wolverine brass. Let's move the towel out of the way a little bit. And I'm gonna connect this, and I'm gonna take a measurement. It doesn't appear to be that far off, but need a little bit of an offset right there, right? Because that's coming straight down. Actually, it's coming down at a little bit of an angle, right? But nonetheless, I just need a little bit of an offset right there, so it'll slide right into the top of the stop right there. So as you just saw, I just need a little bit of an offset on my 3/8 polished chrome riser, and I'm just going to use my rigid bender and just create just a little bit of an offset right there, just a hair, because that's basically all that I need. Bingo. All right, now, so there that is. Let's go back under the tank. So now, with my little bit of an offset, I don't think it's enough. Yeah, we should be all right. All right, I'm gonna take a mark with a Sharpie and mark where I need to cut that riser so it'll stick into the stop. All right, so I got my nut and ferrule on. All right, and we're just hand tight right now. We're gonna swing this over. Oh, am I a little bit too long? I am a little bit too long. I just gotta take off just a C here off this riser with my tubing cutter. Just a C here. All right. this is just a C here. So let's turn that right there. Let's catch the brass nut on the bottom of the shank. Turn that ever so slightly so that lines up. And now I'm going to take my adjustable and tighten up that nut and ferrule. All right, now let's turn the water back on. And no leaks. Bueno. That's bueno. No leaks. Excellent. All right, so there you have it, folks. Even replacing the 3H chrome riser, got the job done, and we cleaned out the inside of the tank. I give this on a scale of 1 to 10 on the DIY scale. You need the proper tools. Yes, you can use a flexible supply, but if you're mechanically inclined, I give this one on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being easy, 10 being difficult. I give this about a 3. Just make sure nothing's cross-threaded, make sure you have no leaks, because otherwise you could face substantial property damage with a water leak. When in doubt, call a professional licensed master plumber.